Hey there fellow creators, Ben here from Cinder Studios, and this video is entirely unscripted, so stick around, I guess? So the other day I got together with a fellow Pittsburgh artist to discuss and kind of have an idea session regarding a future collaboration project. It was mostly just like, let's throw some ideas out there, see what the two of us kind of liked, and maybe start to get the idea of some really basic sketches and some plans. Now I let him kind of mostly take the reins. I said, I don't really have any significant ideas, but if you were thinking of anything, maybe, let's go from there. And it was a really good session. It ended up being a couple hours, got together, he sketched a bunch of stuff. I didn't sketch a bunch of stuff, but this is what I found to be a little bit interesting, is we had a conversation following a statement of mine. So as he was sitting there working on stuff and we're talking about it and I'm kind of processing these ideas, one of the ways that I work a lot of times is I'll talk about a lot of stuff and then I'll just sit on it for like a week. And then at a certain point, like once the ideas have brewed enough, I'll be able to go, okay, I think I know where I'm going with this. So that's kind of where I am with this project currently, since it's still really in the like pre-alpha stage of figuring out exactly what this project's going to be. But I'll like throwing ideas. I jotted some stuff down, but not much. And I'm sitting there, and he's sketching out some little thumbnails and playing with characters and things. And then I'm sitting there with a page of the boxes for my thumbnails, and I'm looking at them, and I'm watching him work. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm pretty sure I've done this work already. So I turned around my sketchbook shelf, grabbed some recent sketchbooks. I mean, the recent ones on my shelf go back like 2 years. But I'm like, why am I sitting here trying to hammer out a composition when I've got years of thumbnail sketches? And my statement was essentially, why am I trying to force myself to do this work when the work's already done? I mean, I could just grab a sketchbook, find a composition out of it, and we could probably be fine. So rather than sketching, I just sat and flipped through my old sketchbooks, and I was like, this would work, here and there, grabbing some of those ideas rather than sitting there and doing the work, which I'm not going to say that that's a good thing, that you should definitely avoid the work, but at the same time, there's an old phrase that's work smarter, not harder. And in doing so, I would say I'm probably working not harder than that. I'm not necessarily avoiding doing the thumbnail stage, which I still need to do for the project, don't get me wrong. But as far as sitting there and trying to hammer out ideas when I already have a shelf full of ideas, it seemed a little dumb. So I was like, okay, here's some things I can pull. Here's some ideas I've had previously. It actually became a more effective session with my fellow artist because I was able to pull from ideas I had in the past, and actually a lot of the ideas I have in the past recur. Every 3 to 6 months they show up in my sketchbook again in some different form. So today I kind of want to talk about that today a little bit and just think, like, why do I keep all my old sketchbooks, and why should you keep your old sketchbooks if you're someone who keeps old sketchbooks? And you should, I think you should, because for reasons just like such as that you don't have to do the work again. You've done the work already. Just grab it off your shelf. You might have to search through the history of your sketchbooks to find that idea, but the work changes. So it's like, okay, now I've got this idea out of this old sketchbook. I can redesign this with these new ideas for the collaboration and move forward more effectively. So in the long run, you're actually saving time and kind of creating a better workflow for yourself. So I guess I'm going to call this a quick tip, which is save your old sketchbooks, because you never know when their ideas are going to be useful. There's a bug over there. Great. Screw it. I'm leaving that in the video. Yeah. So yeah, keep your old sketchbooks. You'll really be surprised on exactly when they're going to come up and when they're going to be useful. Honestly, it's like 3 days ago, and I'm still laughing about it because it's like, don't you want to do the work? I'm like, I do want to do the work, but not if I sketched it already. If I can take 2 thumbnails from a year ago, mash them together, take this idea, throw that in the mix. It saves you time, and sometimes it actually re-inspires you to go back to your old ideas, which is another reason why I keep the old sketchbooks, because I was flipping through that stuff being like, wow, this was a good idea, I gotta paint this. So yeah, I guess we're calling this a quick tip. Quick tip, keep your sketchbooks, because it saves you time, and not necessarily saying you shouldn't put in the work, but if you can save yourself a couple hours of sketch time in the long run, for whether that be a collaboration project, something you're doing, just a passion project for yourself, or in the long run, maybe even a client, some sort of client work commission, you're going to actually save yourself some time and frustration in the long run. So I think that's all I have to say about this.
And that's all I have to say about that.
In addition to this video this week, actually, this is probably going up around noon Eastern time. So around 4 p.m. Eastern, the day this video is up, Saturday the 10th of April 2021, I think it is, I will be doing a live stream as well, because I haven't done one of those in a long time, and I've got some studio projects I really need to catch up on. So look forward to the live stream, as well as all of the other cool stuff I've got going on. When the next, I've got a really exciting thing coming this month, but until it gets here, I don't want to talk about it yet. It's an update to Kingdom of the Wind and a precursor, well, not a precursor, really an announcement, and here it is, of the thing that's going to be the precursor to Kingdom of the Wind stuff. But again, that's all stuff for later. If you enjoyed this, it's going to be a really long, quick tip now that I'm thinking about it. Hit the like button, get subscribed if you're not already. Check me out in social links in the description box below, including a community Discord. Keep on creating, and I will see you guys next time.